My ex-girlfriend and I had a tumultuous relationship filled with ups and downs. We decided to take a weekend trip to Chicago, hoping that the change of scenery would do us good. However, as expected, we ended up getting into a fight on the second night. It was always something stupid that triggered our arguments. I couldn't bear to be in the same room with her anymore, let alone sleep there. Being frustrated, I stormed down to the reception desk in the lobby to inquire about getting another room for the night. But as luck would have it, all the rooms were fully booked. I was left with two choices: either swallow my pride and go back to our room hungry, or venture out and find another hotel. I opted for the latter, even though it seemed like a more challenging and perhaps foolish decision. Instead of shelling out $150 for another hotel room, I decided to drive down the road to a hotel a few streets away. I managed to secure a much cheaper room at a small hotel situated next to an old, abandoned cemetery. The eerie setting didn't faze me at the time. All I wanted was some peace and solitude. As I entered the hotel lobby, I peered inside and noticed the blue glow of a television screen illuminating the space. Although I couldn't see what was playing from my vantage point, the absence of people made me hesitant to linger and appear odd. Without further ado, I made my way to my room, a typical motel setup with a queen-sized bed, a floral bedspread, a covered television, and a couch. Not particularly tired, I settled onto the bed with the TV on, absent-mindedly scrolling through my phone. Suddenly, an odd noise emanated from the bathroom. It sounded as if someone was singing a melancholic tune, accompanied by the sound of water running from the shower. My initial thought was that it must be coming from the adjacent room. However, the haunting melody persisted long into the night, and curiosity eventually got the better of me. I slowly closed the bathroom door, hoping to confirm whether the sound originated from the neighboring room. To my astonishment, wisps of steam began seeping out from under the bathroom door, mirroring scenes from horror movies. It was as if someone was taking a shower and singing that same hauntingly. Against investigating on my own, and hastily reached out to the night shift security guard, my heart pounding in my chest. The unease brought on by the uninvited guest in my room was becoming too much to bear. I needed someone else to witness the strange phenomenon. Unfortunately, as I dialed the security guard's number, a sinking feeling washed over me when he didn't answer. Panic set in, and I knew I couldn't wait any longer. Determined to find answers, I made up my mind to track down the guard myself and bring him up to my room. With each step towards the security office, my apprehension grew. I imagined all sorts of sinister scenarios playing out in that haunted hotel. As I reached the office, my eyes fell upon the guard engrossed in a Netflix series, his ears blissfully unaware of the eerie occurrences just a few doors down. I cleared my throat and tapped him gently on the shoulder. Startled, he jerked and removed his headphones, his eyes widening at the sight of my anxious expression. "Hey, sorry to interrupt," I stammered, my voice betraying my fear. "Something really strange is happening in my room, and I need your help." Curiosity flickered across his face as he motioned for me to explain. With a shaky voice, I hastily recounted the bizarre encounter, the haunting melody, the steam, and the sense of an unseen presence behind that bathroom door. To my dismay, the security guard burst into laughter, as if I had just told the funniest joke. His dismissive reaction sent shivers down my spine. "You've got to be kidding me," he chuckled. "You're not the first one to come to me with stories like this. It's all part of the charm of this cursed hotel." My eyes widened in disbelief, my voice tinged with frustration. "Charm? This is not a joke. There's something in my room and it's driving me crazy. You have to believe me." The security guard's laughter subsided, and he shrugged nonchalantly. "Look, I've seen and heard it all. Strange things happen in this place all the time. Some guests swear they see apparitions, others hear voices or experience inexplicable phenomena. It's just part of the package, I guess." His words hung in the air, thick with an unsettling mix of cynicism and indifference. A chill ran down my spine and my resolve hardened. If the security guard, someone tasked with ensuring the safety of the guests, didn't take my concerns seriously, then there was no way I could stay another minute in that accursed hotel. I cared about my ex-girlfriend. All I wanted was to escape the eerie hotel room by the old cemetery. I hurriedly returned to our previous hotel, relieved to find my girlfriend safe and sound in our shared room. Holding her close, I buried the strange experience deep within, not wanting to dwell on the identity of the presence in that shower or the mysteries of that haunted hotel room. I simply didn't want to know. It was a chilly evening when I arrived at Hotel Elysium, an architectural marvel known for its luxurious accommodations and glamorous history. The hotel's grandeur had attracted guests from around the world, but its reputation had taken a dark turn due to rumors of a haunting presence. As a seasoned paranormal investigator, I couldn't resist the opportunity to delve into the mysteries that plagued this once thriving establishment. Stepping into the lobby, I felt a peculiar energy swirling in the air. The hotel staff, although professional, had a somber demeanor. Whispers of a child's spirit wandering the halls had spread like wildfire, driving guests away and leaving the hotel on the verge of abandonment. As I settled into my room, a subtle unease crept over me. Shadows danced on the walls, seemingly alive with secrets. Determined to uncover the truth, I gathered my equipment and ventured into the labyrinthine corridors of the hotel. The atmosphere grew heavy as I traversed the dimly lit passageways. Creaking floorboards and distant echoes heightened my senses. Then, a soft, melodic voice reached my ears, drawing me closer to the source. Guided by the ethereal melody, I found myself on the second floor. There, bathed in the glow of a flickering light, stood a young girl in a tattered white dress. Her dark eyes held a haunting beauty, and as she sang her melancholic songs, I felt a mix of sorrow and fascination wash over me. "Who are you?" I asked, my voice barely above a whisper. The child paused, her gaze piercing through my soul. She extended a small, pale hand towards me, her lips forming a bittersweet smile. Without a word, she turned and glided down the corridor. Intrigued and driven by a sense of duty, I followed her ghostly figure, my heart pounding with anticipation. The child led me to a forgotten wing of the hotel, where time seemed to stand still. "I am Decky," she whispered, her words carrying a sorrow that transcended the boundaries of life and death. "I wander these halls, trapped between worlds." In that moment, I understood that Decky's restless spirit yearned for resolution. Her presence had become a burden not only for the hotel, but for her own soul as well. She needed someone to unveil the truth and set her free. With renewed determination, I embarked on a journey through the hotel's archives and historical records. Guided by Decky's spirit, I discovered a heartbreaking tale that had been buried within the hotel's forgotten past. Decky, a vibrant 4-year-old girl, had been a guest at the hotel over a century ago. She had fallen gravely ill during her stay, and her desperate parents, fearing the repercussions of seeking medical help as illegal immigrants, had concealed her illness from the staff. In their sorrow, they had resorted to desperate measures, burying Decky in secret within the hotel's basement. Through careful persuasion, I gained the trust of the hotel's owner, who, burdened by the dwindling reputation of his establishment, had welcomed my assistance. Together, we embarked on a mission to uncover the truth and free Kodeki's trapped spirit. We sought the help of local historians and managed to locate the hidden burial site within the hotel's basement. As we descended into the depths, an eerie chill filled the air. The narrow passageways were lined with crumbling walls and dusty artifacts of the hotel's forgotten past. The weight of history hung heavy upon us, but we pressed on, determined to bring closure to this tragic tale. In the dimly lit basement chamber, we found a small, unmarked grave, the final resting place of Kodeki. The silence was palpable as we stood before her lonely resting place, the weight of the past bearing down on us. With great care and reverence, we unearthed Kodeki's remains, preparing to lay her to rest in a peaceful cemetery where she could find eternal solace. The hotel owner, overcome with emotion, spoke heartfelt words of apology and regret to the departed child. As we carried Kodeki's fragile body through the halls of the hotel, a profound stillness fell over the building. Guests and staff, drawn by an unspoken presence, watched in awe and reverence as we made our way towards the hotel's exit. From that moment forward, Hotel Elysium underwent a remarkable transformation. Freed from the weight of the past, the hotel regained its former glory. Guests returned, drawn not only by the hotel's exquisite accommodations, but also by the captivating story of a lost child and the redemption of a once haunted establishment. I work the night shift at the reservation desk of an old hotel in Texas. It's a quiet affair, usually just a few guests coming in or out, and the occasional phone call. But tonight, it's raining hard, making the empty corridors echo with the sound of drops hitting the ceiling. While I'm typing on my computer, the lobby door slams open and an old man walks in. He is tall, with dark hair and piercing blue eyes that seem to look right through me. I can feel a shiver run down my spine as I approach the table. "Good evening," I say, trying to keep my voice steady. The man just nods, his eyes never leaving mine. "I need a room for the night," he says in a deep, commanding voice. I check our records and see that we have a lot of empty rooms, but something about this guy bothers me. As I hand him the key to his room, I notice a strange burn mark on his wrist. He seems to have been the victim of an unfortunate accident, but I can't be sure. As he walks to his room, I can't shake the feeling that there's something off about him, but I try to put it out of my mind and focus on my work. Hours pass, and the rain outside intensifies, drumming against the windows like an ominous symphony. Exhausted, I find myself dozing off at my desk, lulled by the soothing melody of the storm. In my half-awake state, I'm abruptly jolted awake by the shrill sound of the doorbell echoing from room 502. I rub my tired eyes, struggling to regain focus, and instinctively reach for the ringing phone. "Hello?" I say, my voice trembling with a mix of grogginess and growing concern. The woman's voice on the other end sounds strained, as if every word she utters is a desperate plea for salvation. I'm suffocating," she gasps, her voice choked with urgency. "Please, please, I need help." My heart races in my chest like a frightened animal desperately seeking an escape. I try to steady my voice, desperately seeking more information from her. "What's happening? Are you okay? Tell me more," I implore, my words stumbling over each other, but she continues to repeat the same chilling phrase, her voice trembling with fear and desperation. 502, 502, 5th floor, I'm suffocating, help, help!" Her words are etched into my mind, haunting me like a ghostly echo. With a mix of trepidation and a duty to assist, I finally hang up the phone, leaving the woman's plea hanging in the air. The weight of the situation settles heavily upon me as I find myself propelled towards the elevator. My steps quickened by a sense of foreboding. As I enter the elevator, reality hits me and fear grips my entire being. Our hotel only has 4 floors, so where did room 502 come from? Realizing the truth, confusion quickly turns to panic. Initially, I assume this call is a sick joke, despite its seriousness, but curiosity and idleness lead me to research more about the history of our hotel. Chill runs down my spine. In 1993, our hotel had a devastating fire incident, and the first floor was completely burnt. During the subsequent renovation, the hotel was rebuilt with only 4 floors. But what unsettles me is what I discover next. The fire claimed only one victim, the lone occupant of room 502, who tragically perished due to suspicious circumstances. Was there a connection between the mysterious guest who arrived at 3 o'clock in the morning and this tragic incident? As I delve deeper into my research, a chilling revelation surfaces. The mysterious guest who arrived at the hotel in the dead of night was, in fact, the wife of the victim who perished in the devastating fire. My mind spins with a whirlwind of questions, uncertainty intertwining with a growing sense of dread. Should I have immediately alerted the authorities? Could something terrible have already transpired? Or was it a sinister event yet to unfold? The weight of responsibility presses upon me like an oppressive force, each passing moment amplifying the urgency to act. A sense of urgency tugs at my conscience, urging me to seek the truth, to unearth the secrets that lie buried in the past. But fear grips me, tendrils of doubt winding their way through my mind. What if the answers I uncover unravel a web of malevolence, a Pandora's box of horrors that should have remained sealed?